I'm going to keep this video very short and sweet, but in this video, I'm going to go over the altcoins that I would A, be taking active trades on, or B, still accumulating. The market is running really hard. We're seeing Bitcoin up 6% over 24 hours. It feels like we haven't seen this price action in quite some time. We have Trump mentioning Hyperliquid. We have a lot of good things happening. You're not too late at this point in time. Now, whether it is potentially taking a long position or buying spot on coins that haven't moved, I'm going to give you my game plan right now for someone if you are feeling a little bit sidelined or whatever the case is. Let's jump into it right now, guys. If you're new to the channel here on In the Money, we go over everything every single Monday through Friday that you need to win across the crypto markets. And of course, a big shout out to our sponsors here on In the Money, and a big shout out especially to BitBase. BitBase is our newest exchange partner, one of the biggest exchanges in the entire industry. You can trade on BitBase, no KYC, no VPN needed, from anywhere in the world, and you can get up to $20,000 in bonuses. The UI, the user experience, everything like that is absolutely top tier. So check out BitBase down below in the description for your chance at up to $20,000 in USD bonuses. Let's go ahead and dive right into it, guys. Like I said, Bitcoin's up 5.78%. We have Ethereum up 22% over the weekly time frame. We haven't seen Ethereum make a move like this in what feels like ages. We left Hyperliquid up 16% on the 24-hour charts. A lot of these coins are moving very rapidly. And I know a lot of people, I've been getting so many questions in our private Discord or on comments or just, on Twitter about, hey, I'm sidelined. Should I buy now? What should I do on these specific coins? I'm going to run down what I would be doing on all the coins in my portfolio right now, if I think it's still a good buy price for spot, or if I would maybe look to take a little bit of a leverage swing trade. Let's go ahead and dive into it. So we'll start with Hyperliquid. Obviously, the one that a lot of people, I think, have always been like, well, the market, how much higher can this thing go? They kind of feel like they were buying high, but this thing just continues to prove to be the best altcoin in all of crypto. And just yesterday, President Trump says that the CFTC is working on bringing Hyperliquid to the United States. Literally name dropping Hyperliquid here in a press conference, which is absolutely massive. And they said this guy right here definitely longed 100x on hype before he said this. And look, I think this is the one case in crypto where like everyone is bullish on this token. We've seen this in the past and it's not been good, right? Everyone was bullish, including me at sometimes, on 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗀̀𝗀�̀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 consensus trade. And that usually doesn't work well. When everyone's going one way, usually the opposite happens. But it's one of the few tokens in crypto every single person is bullish on at all times. And it seems to just continue to prove any bears on Hyperliquid wrong. It always makes new highs. It trends so well with the market. I think HYPE is definitely a must buy. But if you're going to buy off this candle, I would wait. So for me, if you missed this dip, I mean, look at this month. We were able to get as low as $51. I was even adding to my position at this time. If you miss this, I would probably remain a little bit sidelined until we get some further news or you see a little bit of a dip on this token. But I definitely wouldn't buy off this 20% daily move. So right now for Hyperliquid today, if you feel underexposed, I would just hold off your FOMO and sit on the side for now. Moving on down the line to another one that's been moving quite nicely, and that's Zcash. Zcash is up 16% on the weekly charts, and this is actually one I would take action on. You could do a little bit of a spot DCA, but for me, I think leverage trading this one, you could do it, like I said, on our sponsors over at BitBase. You could do this on Hyperliquid, wherever you're privy to trade at. But I think actually going long on Zcash right now is a great play. Let me pull up the Zcash chart here. I think that this is definitely going to $600 in the next few days. I would not be surprised on that. And it's a small move on spot. That's about an 8% move on spot. But if you're on a 3x or so leverage trade here, that's a 25% gainer on your position over the course of that time. It almost touched 600 here. Literally tomorrow, if Bitcoin has another leg up, this thing's going to $600. So I think taking a long position on Zcash could still prove to be a wise position. Whereas like I would not enter a leverage long right now on Hyperliquid. You have to let Hyperliquid cool off. You just had Trump name drop like an altcoin at that level for the first time in quite some time. So let that one cool off. I do think that Zcash is a great long position here, however, at this 560 mark. And if it hits that 600 mark on a 3x leverage trade, that's a quick 25% scalp on a quick swing trade. Number 3, Bittensor 𝗨. We said yesterday, buy this token at 198. That was like probably my favorite token to buy in the market yesterday. And we come out with videos Monday through Friday, guys. So like if this is your first video watching this channel, I talk about these coins every day. Should you buy today? Should you wait? Whatever the case is. So make sure you subscribe down below. When you look at the 𝗨 chart over the 30 minutes, this thing literally has been ripping since yesterday. If you bought these, 190 levels, you're definitely happy here at the 210 levels. Great to see Bittensor finally waking up and trading with the market. AI was destined to do this. And I still think that you could buy spot on 𝗨 at 210. And I do think that this probably continues to run on a potential leverage trade. This is the first breakout that this chart has had in quite a long time. I'm going to zoom out on this chart and try to get, I'll just go over to CoinMarketCap for this because it'll make it a little simpler for us to see the visual. We'll go over here and we will go Bittensor 𝗨. So I can show this longer term chart. We've been trading this level, the 190s, the 210s, whatever the case, not even 210s, like under 100. If we go to the yearly chart, we will see here. We've been trading 190 since a month, like the last 30 days, we've been trading at this level. So I think finally seeing a 24-hour breakout from that 190 level all the way up to 210, this could probably lead some momentum up to about 225, in my opinion. So still is a good accumulation as far as your long-term portfolios. My long-term target for this is way higher than 225, but I'm talking about literally in the next few days. You could probably still capitalize on a trade on something like Bittensor 𝗨. Also, another one, I know this one's been ripping, and literally since the video I posted last week about Pump, it has been nothing but vertical to the upside price action. Let's find Pump here. It's meme coin season. If you guys haven't seen the pump.fun app, the FOMO app, everything like that, it is the time in the market where people are risk on. They are going hard on meme coins. And over the week, this thing's up 29%. We actually made that video here. Literally at this price. So basically, it's a 30% gain since I talked about this last week. As far as I think pump.fun's a must hold in this market. And I even believe that at this current price, you're not too late, even just buying spot. This has proven to be a great leverage trade. That trade could be slightly coming to an end. I'm not going to say that verbatim, but the momentum on this coin has been very good. If we look at the monthly chart, it's up 87%. I think that going long on a token that's up 87% in a month is a little bit risky, but you could probably add this to your long-term portfolio with a DCA. No problem at all. And I think that's a pretty safe accumulation for the long haul. And I really do think that you have to find a way, whoever you are in crypto, doesn't matter. I think that there's, quite frankly, 3 tokens that need to be in everyone's portfolio: HYPE, Zcash, pump.fun. Biggest perps decks, biggest privacy, biggest meme coin play. And then on top of that, you need to choose an AI layer, whether it's 𝗨, Venice, 𝗫 protocol, etc. I do think Venice and 𝗫 are, decent DCAs as of today. Venice did have a recent pump, but nonetheless, I do think that it's still at a reasonable price at that $14 level. It's still about 50% from all-time highs. And we'll look at the 𝗫 chart just in case. It's only up 1% today. So definitely 𝗫 protocol is a good DCA. It's moving slower than the other ones in the market, which I wanted to show this because a lot of people are going to have this problem. You're going to see those tokens that I just mentioned, HYPE, 𝗫, at some points in the cycle, probably Solana, 𝗨, Venice, pump.fun, etc. You're going to see them leading the charge and you're going to think, man, I should have bought those. Well, I think what Gainsey says here kind of sums it up as to why you're not too late. Bitcoin's only at $72,000 and Pump and On-Chain are leading the move. No reason to think that they won't continue leading. Okay. If every boat starts to rise, the leaders are just going to rip even harder. So don't feel like you're too late. Bitcoin's literally at 72K. We really don't even have confirmation that we're out of the weeds. We don't know that this is the complete bottom. So if you're not fully exposed at this point, first and foremost, you're not too late. I don't think it's a bad time to be DCA. You can see the liquidations, how many people are trying to go short. Okay. How many people think that this rally is going to fail? We probably are programmed for a little higher in the short term, and we'll see. We could have just experienced the bear market bottom. Regardless, I don't think you're too late on altcoins. I would be long Zcash. I would be long Bittensor 𝗨. I'd probably still be willing to buy more Pump at this price. I'd be willing to buy near protocol 𝗨 at spot as well. I would probably wait on Hyperliquid to cool off after the Trump news, but regardless, do your own research. As always, this is never financial advice. This is just my overview of the market. We've been absolutely crushing it ever since we narrowed in on just a solid bag of altcoins. The thesis, the mindset is so much healthier, not chasing garbage altcoins and just sticking with the quality. I think that's the recipe to win this cycle. So if you want to win alongside us here on the channel, like the video down below and subscribe to the channel. And by the way, we are crushing it in the money group. We are one of the most affordable groups out there, $49 a month. You can also pay in crypto and get discounts for 3, 6 months, and a year. And on top of that, you can join for free down below, 3 days. Come trade with us. Come win on trades, meme coins, perps, etc. Come, trade prediction markets with me. We're on an absolute hot streak. We've won 8 picks in a row. 3 days for free, no obligation. If you don't like it, you can just cancel your sign up. So check that out down below, inthemoney.live. And I'll see you guys on tomorrow's video. As always, trade responsibly, my friends. And of course, stay bullish, my friends.